So when you start a fitness journey, there tends to be a bunch of different tasks that you need to complete in order to actually get the results that you want. So for example, you probably need to be going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. You need to be tracking your calories every single day. You need to be making active efforts to improve your activity. Ideally, try and just look at your current activity and improve that by 1,000 a day. But the thing is, when you do start this fitness journey, especially if you come from a place whereby you're not really used to doing all this different kind of stuff, then it's going to be incredibly difficult to find the time to do it, especially if you already feel like you're quite a busy person. Let's say, for example, you're a single mum of about 3 kids who works 2 jobs. And my advice actually stems from a quote by a relatively famous author called Brian Tracy. The quote is as follows: "If it's your job to eat a frog every single week, it's most likely going to be in your best interest to eat that frog as early as possible." Now, I'm not expecting you to go out and eat a frog because that's just lunacy. But what that does mean is, if you've got a relatively difficult task that you need to complete, it's going to be in your best interest to complete that task as early as possible throughout the week. Because if you do that, then not only do you not have to worry about it as the week goes on, but also if life throws a curveball in the way, for example, your kids are being really annoying, work's asked you to go in and it's ended up being really chaotic, or just any other kind of shit that, you know, life throws at you, you don't really have to worry about trying to adapt the rest of your routine around it because you've already eaten that frog. And the reason as to why this can be applied to your fitness journey is, if it's your job to go into the gym 3 times in the week, then it's going to be in your best interest to try and fit those gym sessions in as early as you can, rather than just delaying them until the end of the week. So for example, if I know that I am going on a night out on Saturday and getting pretty pissed up, then I am most likely not going to be in the best mindset to go for a training session Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, Sunday evening even. So it'd be pretty stupid for me to delay one of my gym workouts until Sunday because I know that I'm going to be really hungover. And even if I wasn't going to go out on the Saturday night, it'd still be pretty lunacy to delay my gym session up until Sunday, even though I've got spare time to do it up until that point. Because if I've got the time to do it before that, then I may as well get it done, because then it's crossed off, then it's ticked off. I can literally just relax as much as possible for the rest of the week. And if life does throw some curveballs at me, I don't really have to worry about it. So when you're planning your gym sessions, try and plan them as soon as you realistically can, obviously giving time for rest days in between. But don't say to yourself, right, cool, I'm going to go into the gym Friday, Saturday and Sunday because then it's towards the end of the week. Because if you've got the spare time Monday through to Thursday, then what's stopping you from getting them done then? And it's the same with tracking your calories as well. Like, you can track your calories as soon as you eat the food that you're eating or before you've eaten them, happy days. But it's most likely going to be in your best interest to track them as soon as you can, so at the start of the day. Because if you track them all at the start of the day, then you're actually giving yourself a set plan on what you're going to eat throughout the day, and you don't have to worry about tracking the calories as the day goes on. You can literally just relax to your heart's content. Same with activity. If you know that you need to try and improve your activity, it's not going to be in your best interest to wait until night time to do it, because you've got the whole day of working, of sorting out life, and you're probably going to be knackered. And what if life throws a curveball at you? The kids start being sick, or you're working a little bit later than usual. It's likely going to be in your best interest to get it done sooner, so in the morning or on your lunch break at work, for example. Eat the frog as early as you can, because then you don't have to worry about it as the week goes on. And remember, if it's your job to eat 2 frogs throughout the week, then it's most likely going to be in your best interest to eat the biggest one first. And what this means is, if it's your job to do 2 tasks, get the hardest one completed first. That way, the smaller one isn't going to feel as bad. If you don't like leg day as much as upper body day, do your leg day first. If you don't like doing your cardio, but you like doing your weight training, do your cardio first throughout the week and then focus on your weight training later on. Get the most difficult task done first, and you'll likely find that your weeks become a hell of a lot more pleasant, and you'll also find that you'll actually get shit done a little bit better as well. I hope that helps. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions for me, comment below, because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either following my Instagram at k.p_health or subscribe to this channel. Peace.